Hi, my name is Glenn Hasselman. I'm just making this video for the free accounting software users to show you guys how to handle multiple bank accounts in free accounting software. So the technique, and there are different techniques for this, the technique I'm going to show you in this video is how to use divisions for that purpose, and this is most appropriate where you have different business activities, divisions or branches, that kind of thing, that trade out of different bank accounts, and so that's why you have the multiple bank accounts. If your second bank account is something like for investment purposes, or it's a trust account, that kind of thing, then this technique might not be the best, although it works. But anyway, so divisions are set up by under this setup option there is a link to divisions, so click that and add a new division, and I'll just call this bank account 1. Active is true. You can put some description for this. In fact, you know what, I'm going to call it not bank account 1, I'm going to call it the New South Wales division. Anyway, that'll do it. Okay, and we'll do another division, say the Victoria division. Okay, and you can have as many as you like. Okay, then you can go to your cash worksheet. I haven't entered any transactions yet. Put in a new transaction. Let's say it's a cash received on 7th of July. Right, I haven't got any counterparties. Okay. Accounts, yeah. Counterparty. For the purpose of this demo, it's not important, but anyway, so I'll just go with that one. Do a new cash transaction, make it cash received. So that's just setting it up as a normal sale. But I've skipped over this box here, which is the division. So all transactions have this option for a division, and I'll pick the New South Wales division. Okay, and then I'll do another new transaction. And this time I'll select the Victorian division, and there we go. So now going to the cash worksheet, we have our two transactions there. Up here at the top there is a division. There's a box where you can select the division. So I'll select the division, and let's say we're doing the July bank rate. We want to remember to select the right end date. So when you select the division, you are then just working with essentially a separate cash worksheet for that division. And you can do your bank rec, and let me do one here. Let's say that was the only transaction. Right, and this is saying it doesn't balance because I haven't selected the transaction. I select that, and then post-bank reconciliation. Okay, so this closing bank statement balance is now for the New South Wales division. Okay, so that is keeping the bank rec on the division as well, and so on. You can just keep on going and entering transactions and reconciling, and it will essentially be a separate worksheet for that division. If we go to the Victoria division, you can see that L still sitting there, and we can do a reconciliation for this one as well. Now if I remove the division filter, you can see the two bank statement balances. If you're looking at the balance sheet, the division is also there, and you can filter to that. If you then click through to the cash worksheet, in fact it should really have carried that division through to there. Okay, so that's how you reconcile on a per division basis. One question that's always going to be asked is how to transfer money between the two accounts. Now, that can't be done on a single journal because you can't journal to the cash worksheet in free accounting software. So what you have to do is two transactions. So let's say we want to transfer $50 from the Victorian bank account to the New South Wales bank account. Let's do that. First of all, I just want to check that I've got the account set up. So I normally use this account just for these transactions, which is called cash on hand. So let's put that in there. Asset active true. Give it a default tax code. Now going back to the cash worksheet, do a new transaction, and we want to take the money out of the Victorian bank account. So the counterparty is not applicable and the division is Vic. Transfer money to New South Wales, $50, and pick cash on hand. If you're doing this a lot, you might pick an account or set up an account called, I don't know, something like bank transfer clearing account or something, and you know that account is a clearing account, so its balance should always be zero, and if you see it in the balance sheet with a non-zero balance, you know to go and investigate what happened there. Okay, save that. Let me just copy this to a new transaction to make it quicker for data entry, but I'll change it to a cash received, not applicable. Pick the New South Wales division this time, and then that stuff stays the same. Okay, saving that. Now we can go to the cash worksheet and we can see that we've got those two transactions there. If we look at the Victorian division bank account, we've got the $50 coming out there. And if we look at the New South Wales division, we've got the $50 being received there. And that's how you would transfer money. We're not quite finished yet. Probably the next thing we need to do is so that division is being filtered there. Let's update that. Okay. Next thing we need to do is reconcile this cash on hand or bank transfer clearing account. If you go into it, we'll see that there's a -50 and a +50. It's a good idea to every now and then do this reconciliation to keep this account clean. So I've just selected the two transactions, I've got this screen shrunk down a bit so you can't see that the total selected amount is 0 here, but you'll probably be using it on a larger screen. Anyway, you select the two transactions and then you can click reconcile selected transactions, and they're hidden by default because they add up to 0. And that's just a normal account. So this cash on hand, just a normal account. You saw me just set it up a moment ago. You can reconcile all of the normal accounts in the balance sheet, and it's actually a really good idea to reconcile them all like that. Okay, well, that's how you handle multiple bank accounts using divisions. I'll do another couple videos on the on the other ways of doing it as well. Okay, I hope the video has been useful, and thanks for watching.